From a hardware perspective, we're seeing a change from what used to be very centralized systems to going towards a more distributed commodity hardware, so that your hardware doesn't necessarily have to be as fault tolerant as you tend to see in a telecom model, where failure or faults are accepted, but the sheer fact that you have a very distributed model actually is able to accept the kinds of faults, and you move on to that. So high availability and faults are tolerated in these new types of architectures that we see in a distributed computing model. From a software perspective, we're seeing a fundamental change in how it was managed in the past with commercial proprietary deployments to now more of an open source implementation that's supported by the overall developer community at large. The second piece here also is, as you move away from IT-centric models, which are being used to having relational structured databases that manage smaller data sets, and as the consumer data set comes on board, we're seeing this massive explosion in data that's being created, whether it's in the form of documents, videos, pictures, and in order to manage this data, the structured format isn't adequate anymore. So we're seeing now a shift towards unstructured schema-free data sets that are also then being supported by these types of distributed computing models that we see with the and the shift in the hardware deployments.